6 years ago, I came across something that transformed how I approached caring for my first baby, and every baby since. I discovered research from Dr. Harvey Karp, a renowned pediatrician who studied ancient parenting practices and modern neuroscience. What he found was fascinating. Our babies are born 3 months too early compared to other mammals. Think about it. A baby giraffe can walk within hours of birth, but our precious little ones can't even hold their heads up. This revelation changed everything about how I understood newborn care. When you're holding your newborn for the first time, something magical happens. Suddenly, all the books you've read, all the advice you've gotten, it all fades away because you're face to face with this tiny human who depends on you completely. And let me tell you, no matter how many books you've read or classes you've taken, nothing quite prepares you for those first few months. But here's what I've learned from my own experience and from helping countless mothers through their parenting journey. The secret isn't in trying to be perfect. It's in understanding what your baby truly needs. You see, we often get caught up in all the shoulds of parenting. You should sleep train at exactly 6 months. You should exclusively breastfeed. You should never pick up your baby when they cry. But none of these rigid rules matter when you're trying to soothe a crying baby at 3 a.m. What matters is understanding that your baby isn't trying to manipulate you or test your patience. They're trying to communicate the only way they know how. Let me share something personal. When I had my first child, I was determined to do everything by the book. I set strict feeding schedules, tried to establish a rigid routine, and felt like a failure when things didn't go according to plan. But then I remembered something my grandmother always said about raising children in Jamaica. The baby hasn't read the book. This simple wisdom freed me from the pressure of perfect parenting and helped me tune into what my baby actually needed. And this brings me to a powerful truth that changed everything. Your baby doesn't need a perfect parent. They need a present one. They don't need the most expensive crib or the latest smart baby monitor. What they need is you, your touch, your voice, your presence. Research has shown that skin-to-skin contact, even for just 15 minutes a day, can significantly impact your baby's development and strengthen your bond. Take it from my experience running this channel and connecting with mothers worldwide. The most common struggle I hear isn't about which baby products to buy or which sleep training method to use. It's about mothers doubting themselves, feeling overwhelmed by conflicting advice, and losing touch with their natural parenting instincts. But here's what I've discovered. When you start trusting your intuition and responding to your baby's cues, something remarkable happens. The overwhelming becomes manageable. The impossible becomes possible. Think about this. Throughout human history, mothers have raised babies without baby books, without online forums, without smart devices. They relied on their instincts and their community. And while modern advancements are wonderful, we shouldn't let them override our natural parenting abilities. Your body and your baby are designed to work together. When your baby cries, your cortisol levels rise, preparing you to respond. When you hold your baby, both of your oxytocin levels increase, strengthening your bond. Remember this. The first year isn't about reaching milestones on schedule or following someone else's parenting philosophy. It's about building a relationship with your child, understanding their unique personality, and growing together. Every baby is different, and what works for one might not work for another. That's not just okay, it's exactly how it should be. I want to share a beautiful story a new mother once told me. She had been struggling with her baby's sleep schedule, trying every method recommended by experts. One night, exhausted and frustrated, she simply held her baby and started humming an old lullaby her mother used to sing. To her surprise, her baby settled almost immediately. Sometimes the answer isn't in the latest parenting trend. It's in those ancient, instinctual practices passed down through generations. So here's my invitation to you. Trust yourself more. Watch your baby. Learn their cues. Respond to their needs. Don't worry about spoiling them by holding them too much. You can't pour too much love into a child. Create your own routine based on what works for your family, not what the books say should work. Take those small moments to connect, during feeding times, diaper changes, or just quiet cuddles. These aren't interruptions to your day. They're the very essence of parenting. What would your parenting journey look like if you stopped comparing it to others? What if you focused on the joy instead of the judgment? What if you treated each challenge not as a problem to solve, but as an opportunity to understand your baby better? The beauty of parenting isn't in getting everything right. It's in growing and learning alongside your little one. For more insights on understanding your baby's developmental stages and practical tips for each month of their first year, check out my video on understanding your baby's first year milestones. Also, I've created a free guide with my top 10 baby soothing techniques that have helped thousands of parents in our community. You can find the link in the description below. I'm Sarah, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll explore more ways to make your parenting journey easier and more joyful.